Mistake with the Alpha Chapter 82. Ethan point of view. I was about to go to the physician when I heard the conversation between him and Allison. The physician is a fool. How dare he say such a thing? I then knew Allison wouldn't sit back. I quickly ran back to go find my partner Dre. Then I met Sally on the way. Sam is pregnant, I said, not even waiting for her reply before I left. Sally already knew about Sam being Jalen's true mate. She came to me and explained all, and even told me that she knew Dre also knew about it. I was not surprised because Sally is also from the Gemma family. She might know. Now I was running to go find Dre. His Lycan princess hijacked him all the while, but then I needed him quickly. I wasn't even afraid to go to the Lycan prince's room to go get him. Is Dre in there? I asked the Lycan prince's guards. Yes, he replied. Can I please see him? It's a matter of urgency, I said hurriedly. The guards went inside and then came back with the Lycan prince and Dre. I would have mind-linked Dre if he was one of us. I bowed to the Lycan prince. Dre, I didn't know that you were quite friendly in this pack, he said with sarcasm. I'm not. They don't like me, Dre said. Your naughtiness, not you, I replied. Yes, he's quite naughty, the Lycan prince said. I didn't like the way he is delaying me with words. It's not as if I called him here. What then is the urgency for? The Lycan prince asked. It's at the construction site, I replied. I don't know why I needed to start explaining myself to this proud Lycan prince. My alpha doesn't fancy him, so do I. Then we should go, Dre said, quickly moving away from his prince. Should I go with you? The Lycan prince asked. I heard that he's a professional in engineering. That's why his father sent him. You just arrived, my prince, and it's not something I would want to bother a royalty for, I said with a bow. I know how much he loves all these honors, and I gave it to him just to make him stay away. Well then, if you say so, he then returned to his room. I gave a sigh and dragged Dre away. I made sure we were deep in the woods before I said anything. Aren't we going to the construction site? Dre asked me. As if you do go there, I hissed. Sam is pregnant, I declared. And who is Sam? He asked with an insipid voice. I was tired of the guy's nonchalance. Have you forgotten who Sam is again? I said. If not what I needed from him, I would just walk away. Are you talking about your alpha's mate? He suddenly focused. Who else? I asked sternly. And that fake mate of the alpha is already aware. I'm afraid they will do something to hurt her and her baby, I said with a concerned, anxious voice. Sure they will. Wait, he said. He then looked up, then closed his eyes and started to chant. I didn't disturb him since I know he won't harm Sam. After a while he was done. She's safe now, he said, and opened his eyes. What did you do? I asked. I made it so that nothing would be able to attack her and her child spiritually, but then you have to do the physical protection, he said. Thank you, Dre. What can I do without you? I hugged him. You gross, he said, shaking me off his body. I hugged him again, and he pushed me off. Don't touch me again, else I'll turn you to a goat, he said, pointing at him. I'm so scared, I pretended to be shivering. He then looked at me and laughed. I then joined him. Since we can't return back because of your prince, why not let me treat you to a large meal in a large, nice restaurant? I said, putting my arm around his neck. He removed my arm and glared at me. Well, that sounds good, and with a lot of wine, he said. Dre is a lover of wine, and he has a lot of tolerance for it. I don't really like wine, but I do go just for Dre. It's like a thanks to him. Samantha, I was waiting for Jalen. I know he wouldn't deny getting me pregnant, but then wouldn't they think I'm a stealer or I used magic to get pregnant? I didn't even tell my parents about this. I made sure to keep it a secret as Sally told me. Cleo, Jalen's mother, came to see me that night. I heard that Allison already knows about this. This made me think that everyone in the pack would have known, but to my surprise, none knew about it. I was guilty of snatching her mate, but then it's not my fault. I didn't intentionally get pregnant. I was in the woods trying to clear my head when I noticed that someone was behind me. I looked, but then I didn't see anyone. I thought it was my imagination. When I looked back to the front, I saw John standing there looking at me. His face showed sadness. Well, he lost his betrothed. During all the time Allison came and started all these troubles with me, the beta's sister already found her second chance mate. This was really a downfall for John. I know that what entices John about the beta's sister is money. That's why he wanted to use me as his sex mate. I don't know what he is doing here. He is joking if he thinks I would come back to him. I hate his guts. I didn't even say anything to him. Can I sit? He asked. I didn't reply to him. After a while, he then sat beside me. He was so close, so I shifted away from him. We've been through a lot, he said after a moment of silence. I didn't know what he wanted from me. His appearance is so annoying, but then I don't have the strength to argue with him. I know I've wronged you, Sam. I want you to forgive me, he said with a very low, pitiful voice. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Turn on notifications to stay up to date with new videos uploaded. Also check out our next video in the series.